university of spoiled children. It is extremely hard to get around. We have 3 dining halls, housing situation, always free things on campus. I've only had 1 midterm here so far, personal connection between professor and student. Next, I want to talk about Greek life. Being in downtown LA, the alumni, the spirit. Hey guys, it's Morgan. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, click the subscribe button down below. Guys, I am so sorry I haven't been posting consistently. I have been so busy with school, but today's video will be all about USC's pros and cons. Just because EA decisions recently came out, I wanted to make this video, and also because RD is coming up soon. So good luck to everyone who applied. To all my seniors out there, just know that everything truly does work out for a reason. A year ago today, I was making my college decision reaction video, or you could call it rejection video. Literally getting rejected from everywhere, but everything ends up working out the way it's supposed to be. And now I'm at USC and I love it so much, but I do have a few things to say. So let's get straight into the video. Okay, so I'm pulling this up on my phone because I have a list of the pros and cons. What do we want to start with? We're gonna start with the cons so we end on a good note. Number 1, which is very stereotypical but also kind of true, USC standing for University of Spoiled Children. I have met the richest of the richest here, and that doesn't have to be a con because it can also motivate you. However, sometimes it comes with people being really snobby. Honestly, in my opinion, I really haven't encountered this too much, but I do know a lot of people that have had bad experiences with people like that. Honestly, it normally comes with the source of income people have here, but if you're like me and able to find the right kind of friends, you'll be okay no matter what. But definitely know that people may be wanting to go out every single night, and sometimes you can't exactly do that with them. So income can definitely be a problem depending on who you surround yourself with, and at the school it is honestly pretty easy to find someone who is very wealthy. Again, not saying it's a bad thing, but definitely something to watch out for. Along with that topic, because people are so wealthy, sometimes they don't feel the need to try here. Sometimes it could be frustrating to know that you're putting in twice the effort maybe, but the person next to you doesn't have to because they already have those connections. What I'm trying to say here is it's very important to be grounded, especially at a school where students come from very wealthy backgrounds. Number 2, people here are very cliquey. Being a spring admit, I was very scared to go to USC originally just because I felt like a lot of fall people already have their friend groups, and honestly, I was not wrong. I love my fall friends so much, but it can be harder to go to events with them and do things just because they already are in their established groups. We'll see what happens sophomore year. Number 3 is all about the LA area in general. If you do not have a car, which I don't, it is extremely hard to get around. Yes, you can take the metro, but that also comes with a lot of danger, and you could also Lyft or Uber, but that gets really expensive and pricey, and the school itself is already $95,000. By the way, I didn't include the tuition cost in a con. I think it's the biggest con that doesn't even need to be mentioned. So just wanted to put that out there. But in regards to LA, there's so much traffic, which makes the Ubers and Lyfts super expensive. And if you want to get anywhere, you need to plan at least 2 hours ahead of time. Not even kidding, unless your friend, like my roommate, is a really good driver who can drive through LA traffic because she's lived here all her life. You might be out of luck. It comes with the pro that there's so much going on in LA every single day, so there's always something to do. But the trade-off is definitely the traffic and the long lines you have to wait in for that. And number 4 is the area outside of USC. If you don't know, the area outside of USC is not known to be the safest area just because we're in downtown Los Angeles. Generally, the USC campus itself is pretty safe, especially the USC Village, which we'll talk about later in the pro section. But to get into campus, you have to scan your ID, and they recently implemented this, which I love. I think a key focus for all colleges should be college safety, so I'm really grateful for that. But that does not mean you're fully safe. Brings me back to my scary experience in the fall in front row. But just generally being aware of your surroundings is key. And that's honestly wherever you go, so I don't think I have to say that. But USC especially, just know what's going on around you, and you should be good. Number 4 is the food. Definitely not the best, but I do appreciate everyone working hard to make our food. I just think it could be better, improved in different ways. And I mean, our rival UCLA is beating us in the food sector, so USC, get on that. Our friend basically found plastic in her food. So my roommate here is a chemistry, or no, not a chemistry, a human bio major.
Human bio.
She does chemistry every day, which is why I said that. Share your experience at USC so far.
It's been very fun. I love meeting everyone and hanging out, but the work is definitely, it's work hard, play hard. Like that principle is real here.
For Dornsife especially though.
Yeah.
Like Dornsife is like a lot of work.
All the STEM majors, they really get it. Levy, shout out to Levy Library.
She literally is in Levy 6 p.m. to 6 a.m.
I live there more than I live here.
She doesn't even come home, guys. Like I come home when she's not here because she's always in our library called Levy. But yeah, that's her human bio experience. Yes. So if you're coming here as a STEM major, note that. I'm technically talking from a business admin perspective. I am a biochem major right now, but all the classes I'm taking revolve around business and entrepreneurship because the experiences are definitely very different for both majors. Anyways, back to the food topic. We have 3 dining halls, 1 in the village and then 2 on actual campus.
Parkside had poke bowls yesterday.
Oh yeah, they did.
That was really good.
Yes. So Parkside is the #1 dining hall here, everyone says. Poke bowls, it had a really good tuna melt yesterday that I loved, grilled cheeses, but everything is usually a hit at Parkside. The only con is that it's pretty far from my apartment and I'm right next to the USC village for reference, which is why I always go to the village dining hall instead, which is just mid in general. But I mean, food is food, it gets you through the day. And when you go to your sophomore, junior, and senior year, your meal plans change. So this is the only year as a freshman when I can swipe in whenever I want, because next year I think my limit is 120. However, okay, little pro here. We have an eatery called the TCC and we have Panda Express in it, a smoothie place, which I almost died from, so let's not talk about that. Taco, which I order every single time I go there. A Burger Crush place, pizza, salmon and rice, C's Marketplace, literally almost everything you want is there. Again, it's not the best food, but it's definitely better than the dining halls, I'll say that. And as a freshman, you get 2 swipes per week. So honestly, pretty decent, and you get a free drink for the fountain machines. But a little further out near Frat Row, there is Taco Bell, some like random fast food places. There's a Ralph's, Jamba Juice, an Italian place, Pot of Chaw, which is a boba place that people like, Wingstop, and my favorite, Chipotle. So definitely accessible if you want to go to those places, which I go to at least once a week. And then my last con would be the housing situations. As a freshman, you're guaranteed housing, and sophomores I think are also guaranteed, but juniors and seniors have to obviously find off-campus housing, and it's really hard to get it. There's one place called the Hub near Frat Row, but it is so expensive, I can't even believe the price. There's also Gateway, which is kind of near the village, except the area is dangerous. So going back to that con, mixing all the cons together, don't choose that area. But yeah, you definitely don't have to worry about this until you're a junior and senior. Just something to note, because if you're not going to be in Greek life, it might be hard to find some housing. Now let's transition into the pros. I have so many pros here, and I think that this will really help people decide if USC is the right fit or not. #1, what I base my college decision by is school spirit. As a former leadership president, I value school spirit so much. I want the campus to be lively. I want the students to actually care for the school itself and just go to basketball games, go to football games, really cheer for their school, which also ties into my next pro, alumni connection. Because everyone is so spirited at the school, that will continue forever and leave a legacy. Like to this day, alumni are coming to the games. Honestly, I think they fill up the crowd more than the students do. It's insane. But with them, you can make connections because they value USC students so much. #2, campus is so gorgeous. I'll insert some pictures right here. Literally waking up to go to my 8 a.m. is such a joy. Bruh. I know most people don't say that, and I'm a freshman in my first semester, but genuinely have never felt more grateful to be here. And if you're a business student, the business building is definitely the best. Renovated, beautiful, but it is a very long walk, especially if you're walking from the village side. I don't know why they put the business building in the very corner of campus and it's the furthest way from everything, but here we are. Not to mention the $350 million AI building just opened up, and it is so amazing. They have little study pods that you can go into, and in the building there's Japanese vending machines. I literally got this snack from it and it was so good. #3, there are always free things on campus. Every day of last week and this week, you could go up to someone and they would just give you $20 for downloading an app in the village. I don't know what kind of marketing strategy this is, but I mean, I'll take it. And just around campus, there's always like donuts being given out, boba, stuff like that, just for downloading an app or writing your name on something. Honestly, such a great way to get the campus students involved, and I found a lot of joy connecting with people in it. #4 is free lifts. Like I was talking about before in the con section, the area is not the safest. However, that is why we have the lift program. Starting at 6 p.m. within a certain radius of USC, you can get a lift for free. It is so convenient. I cannot tell you how much I love this program. Literally, we'll be using it in an hour to go to a club meeting. But yeah, it's really convenient just to go out places without spending money on the lifts, and also just if you need to get places in time. #5, which is probably the biggest pro for me, is that the class size is so small and the classes are so applicable. Like I said, I'm taking a lot of business and entrepreneurship classes, so entrepreneurship is definitely going to be more project-based, but I've only had one midterm here so far. That is not the case with my roommate. As you heard, she's constantly studying for these tests while I'm just doing projects, but that doesn't mean that my projects are easy, because they are definitely not. I would say on a weekly basis outside of school, when we're doing an entrepreneurship project, it is a good 7 to 10 hours. So not a 9-to-5 job, but definitely still a lot if you have other stuff going on in your life, which most people do. But it's been so great because the class size is so small. I know all my professors and they all know me by name. Of course, that comes with a private university, but USC itself does really make sure that there's that personal connection between professor and student. I feel like I can talk to the majority of my professors about anything, not even academic related, which is something you can't find at many schools, especially UC's, because it's so large. So if you're someone like me who asks for a lot of help, wants TA office hours, literally just had a one-on-one meeting with my TA a few hours ago, have have meetings with your professors, which I've also done a lot and has come in very handy for connections, or just learn better in a smaller class size, then this place is great for you. Love my professors, love the people in the classes. My smallest class size is 9 people, guys, and that's not even my G seminar, which you have to do as a freshman. Number 6, the USC Village. If you don't know, the USC Village is actually for the general public, but because it's basically on campus and USC students literally live in the village, most USC students end up just being there. If you got or get admitted to the USC McCarthy Honors Program, then you would be living there too, which is so nice, especially as a freshman, because right below you, you have the dining hall, the gym, Amazon, Trader Joe's, Target, Insomnia Cookies, Dulce, which everyone waits in line for, Sephora now, Rock & Riley's, a nail spa, Fabletics. Literally everything you need is right there, and it is so convenient. As a college student, it's all about convenience, and I think it's specifically helpful just because the outskirts are not the best, so you can just go to the village to pick up your groceries anytime you need. Dare I say, the best place ever created, and very smart for USC students. I go there every single day, and especially Sundays because there's core power, so I'm able to do my yoga in the mornings, which is amazing. I love the village. Number 7, which is low-key a pro and a con, but clubs are great for networking as long as you can get in. It is very competitive here, but it's definitely not as competitive as Berkeley or Stanford to get into the clubs. It's definitely manageable, but in the spring specifically, if you're spring admit, it will definitely be harder to get into clubs just because no seniors have left yet, and therefore there are not enough spots. But regardless, like, my roommate has been able to get into pre-professional clubs and she loves it so much. It's just a lot of work and time commitment. Be aware, if you do want to end up joining Greek life someday in the future, maybe don't join a pre-professional club beforehand. But really, it does depend on the type of person you are and how you deal with your time. Right now I'm in Marshall Women Leadership Board, which is basically a club just filled with women in all different industries, and it's been great connecting with them. I'm also in USC Reach, which is basically a club for social media influencers like me, scaled from micro all the way to macro, and we're going on a retreat soon, which will be so cool. I think that's a huge thing about the clubs, is connecting with people through social events like the retreats. And then I'm also in Business Cosmetic Club, which is literally the best club ever. Every week they bring in guest speakers, and it's just been so great to hear from beauty people in general, just because I want to go into that sector in the future. So USC definitely has the right clubs for you. Don't worry about that part. Worry about getting into the club. Next, I want to talk about Greek life. I'm not in Greek life yet, and I don't know if I will be in Greek life, but I just want to say that at USC, you do not have to be in Greek life to have fun. You can still go to all the parties. Pro, girls get in for free. Con, guys don't. But as a girl, it's so fun. And the frats here are pretty decent, I would say. It's like a hit or miss, but like it hits more than it misses. But yeah, it's very manageable to have a social life here. Work hard, play hard, like my roommate said. And Greek life also encompasses that. Through my upper div classes, I've actually met the smartest people in Greek life. Do know though that USC only does formal rush in the spring. And to rush, you have to have the requirement of being at USC for 1 semester, which is why I couldn't rush this spring as a spring admin. Honestly, not really a problem because I wanted to get familiar with USC at first, but could be seen as a problem for people who do really value Greek life and was admitted as a spring admin. But either way, I've heard Greek life is really fun and the houses are so amazing. Also, you're saving money by paying for the sorority, which sounds crazy, but like I said about the junior and senior housing, if you live into the Greek sorority house, you're paying less than you would for an apartment outside. And then lastly, being in downtown LA brings you so many opportunities. Honestly, all the pros are connecting. The amazing people, the connections they have, the alumni, the spirit, everything in general just connects to the LA area. I literally got an internship as a spring freshman, and it's 20 minutes away and they pay for my transportation, so it's amazing. But yeah, if you're in film, healthcare, business, you name it, this place is amazing. I think USC is very well-rounded, and the opportunities around it are also very well-rounded. You will get a really good education here. The price is definitely just the biggest con, I would say, but if you're willing to pay the price, USC is great. As you can see, the lighting changed up pretty quick. It's getting dark now. I love USC so much. I could not imagine myself anywhere else, which is crazy because a year ago today I was like, I need to get into UCLA. But now I'm at the rival and I felt more ready than ever, especially because USC has a business school and UCLA doesn't. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you found it helpful, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, don't do anything, and I will see you guys next time. Fight on, subscribe to my USC diaries. Bye.